Multiple Leviathan-class entities detected. Somebody gave the star too many Red Bulls and unlimited access to the internet while home alone. Oh, she. 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 Hoshi Mewtube! I am Stellatrix, coming at you live from a starship near you. And today, on June 10th, 2026, it is the birthday of one of my and Cha-Cha Your V-Mom's mods, Emerald Enforcer! So make sure in the comments you give Emerald a big, big, big happy birthday! Today we will be perceiving 7 space sounds that should terrify you by AlmondTheArtist. I like space, if you couldn't tell. So let's see how freaky deaky these are. Strap in, strap on, and let's go perceive.
These are 7 of some of the most terrifying sounds ever captured in space.
I like that they're censored.
And one of them still actually doesn't have a real explanation. And we're starting with the most mysterious and dangerous space object ever discovered.
Me.
The hole. A black hole.
It's true, black holes are absolutely... Honestly, that sounds exactly like what I would expect a black hole to sound like. I could just see this getting used in some sci-fi movie or some for some eldritch horror abomination.
Now, the question is, are there scarier sounds? And if so, which one is the scariest? But just before I answer that question, I need to explain something. Sound can't travel in space. So what the hell did you just listen to? In a way, this black hole just farted. Now let me explain. This was recorded from a black hole in the Perseus cluster. This black hole had sent out pressure waves through the cluster's gas. Pressure waves we on Earth could see using NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. The sonification you just listened to was the result of taking those X-rays and converting them into sound. Pretty cool. So it's just about the closest thing we can get to sound in space. And that would be all I have to say about it. But you're on the AlmondTheArtist YouTube channel. So, it's time for the Tower of Terror.
Not the Tower of Terrors.
The Tower of Terror.
Oh god, the Tower of Terror!
Tower of Terror. The Tower of... What? Who told you? This is the Tower of Terror.
It's a
There are
pretty terrible
7 slots and 7
tower.
sounds. As we go through the video, I will be placing each sound in the Tower of Terror. And by the end, we will have a clear winner for the most terrifying sound ever captured in space. Or, as I like to call it, the Lord of Astrophobia. Astrophobia is the fear of space, by the way. As of right now, I'll put the black hole in the middle as a kind of baseline. But every sound after this could go above or below. So without further ado, next sound. This is what the edge of our solar system sounds like. This is the Voyager.
If you look at this and squint your eyes a little bit and turn your head, it looks like a on its side being held open with forceps. Like she's getting ready for a pap smear. And now you can't unsee it. You're welcome.
Leaving our solar system.
Hey! Oh god, no. No, this is like... This sound sounds like the way that I feel when I'm playing Subnautica and I get the pop-up that says multiple Leviathan-class entities detected.
What the hell was that? What you're hearing is the Voyager's path through what's called the termination shock. It's the region where solar wind suddenly becomes, it slows down and becomes denser. And this is the sonification of that. The higher the frequency you hear, the higher the density of the plasma. But that's the science-y wording of it. To be a little more dramatic, you're literally hearing the moment humanity left home. Now it's time for the Tower of Terror. Does it beat out the black hole? Does it even have a chance at the Lord of Astrophobia? My opinion, it's eerie, but it's not beating the black hole, let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Pardon me, I almost threw up. This next one, this one might actually take the crown. For the scariest sound ever discovered. Not even just in space, this thing is freaking terrifying. Jupiter.
Jupiter. This literally sounds like a sound effect of space from like the 70s.
What you just heard was actual radio waves coming from Jupiter's auroras. It was captured via an instrument called waves. But what your actual...
I'm sorry. The instrument catching sound waves is called waves. I love scientists and the way that they name things. It's so stupid.
Hearing is charged particles moving through Jupiter's magnetic field near the planet's poles. This movement creates actual radio emissions. It's like the planet is screaming electromagnetic waves. The tower...
I mean, if you were stuck in space with as much gas as Jupiter has, don't you think you'd be screaming too? Literally me, after eating a scoop of ice cream.
Of terror. This one probably has the highest chance of being the Lord of Astrophobia, at least that we've discussed so far. This is so unnerving, dude. It sounds literally alive. It sounds like it's screaming. I'm putting it above the black hole.
No, because the black hole is freakier. Because the black hole is threatening. Anything the black hole does, it's a threat. The black hole could end our existence if it like farted a little too hard.
Sounds coming up, but before we get to that, this next sound I would say is actually the single most boring sound on the list.
Great.
A pulsar. A literal spinning neutron star is the most boring sound on the list.
That's funny.
Here, just listen.
It just sounds like a turret. I need some guy in Georgia to start strumming his guitar. Devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul. Like, have you seen that video? If you lose, the devil gets your soul. It's the way he does the sound effects with it.
Basically, every little pulse you hear is a full rotation of a rapidly spinning neutron star. And that's not even the most bizarre part. There are even faster ones than this. So fast they don't even sound—
Somebody gave the star too many Red Bulls and unlimited access to the internet while home alone.
like pulses anymore. Now, my favorite part, your favorite part, the tower. Yeah, this is going straight to the bottom, man.
Straight to the bottom.
The explanation is cool, but it would just be insulting to the
straight to the bottom. So it's a gay star.
Tower if I place it any higher. All right, back to something way more disturbing and another possible candidate for Lord of Astrophobia. The singing comet.
Oh God, what is that? This just sounds like an amplification of my stomach right now. Like, I heard that and I thought that was my stomach making a really loud noise because it's grumbling so much right now. It's a space helicopter, or like space grudge. It's getting closer, oh my God. Maybe it's Mr. Krabs walking really fast down a hallway. I don't know, I can make that sound. Like, just add some reverb to it and pitch it up and down. Like, just vary the pitch of it.
This is the sound with zero explanation. But before I get into why we don't understand it, let me explain how we got this sound. This is probably an example of the most absolutely insane way we've ever gathered information in space. Basically, we sent out an unmanned ship called Rosetta, which flew alongside the comet
like the stone?
67 otherwise known as the Singing Comet. Rosetta then dropped a small lander on it called Phil. Well, its official name was like Philet or something stupid, but it's supposed to, it's Phil. We're calling it Phil. All right, but that's not even the most interesting part. Like I said before, no one actually knows why the comet made this sound. We know that we recorded fluctuations and waves in the magnetic field, but why or how those waves were even created is still debated today. So yeah, we landed on a literal comet. Now, it's time for the Tower of Terror. This thing is terrifying. It only adds to it the fact that we don't know where it came from. But I don't think it's enough to beat the black hole. And definitely not enough to beat Jupiter. So I'm gonna place it just below black hole.
I don't know. I think I would swap it with Jupiter.
Next up, this one sounds small until you realize what it actually is.
Listen, it sounds small, but it's a grower, not a shower. He's just a little afraid. 2 decibels is a lot of decibels, okay? That just sounds like me screwing with one of my water bottles. Or the sound of walking to the bus stop in December in the Midwest.
As you hear, every single one are lightning strikes. Lightning strikes from Saturn. The lightning created radio waves, which were then picked up by Cassini's radio and plasma wave science instrument. It's a mouthful. In fact, we even have the date for this particular storm. NASA says it occurs on January 23rd and 24th, 2006. So if you were born on that day, that's kind of cool. But how on earth are we detecting lightning literally 1,559,633,919 kilometers away? Well, I'm super glad you asked that. You did. You asked that. Absolutely.
I did ask that.
You did. The lightning sends out electromagnetic waves, and some of that energy shows up as radio bursts Cassini can detect, which is why it sounds like crackling static or AM radio waves during a thunderstorm.
How much is that metrically challenged? About 1 billion miles. Yeah.
It's pretty similar. Now, the Tower of Terror.
I mean, that was not that scary.
It's creepy and cool, but it's not beating the comet. So I'm placing it below the comet. But we're getting some crazy competition. Keep in mind, we're still missing Lord of Astrophoby. Speaking of, the final sound. And this one might actually be the worst of them all. Or it could be beaten out by Jupiter. The only real question is,
Jupiter wasn't that scary.
Is the most terrifying? Let's take a listen. Introducing radio waves captured from Saturn.
That's a little freaky deaky. I mean, I feel like I need to know what radio waves from Earth sound like. Does it sound like this too?
I'll explain it.
It's a little freaky deaky.
Similarly to the Jupiter one, was recorded using radio waves, which were caused by charged particles near Saturn's poles. We're hearing the planet's magnetic activity. Now it's time for the final Tower of Terror. I'm calling it. This right here is the Lord of Astrophobia. But if you disagree with me, feel free to leave your own Tower of Terror in the comments and click on another video. YouTube thinks you'll love this one on screen.
Oh, that's
God
cute.
bless you and have an amazing day. Also, thank you so much for 100,000 subs.
That's a cute Bible verse. God bless you too, buddy. That one was pretty freaky, but I need to know what Earth's radio waves sound like in comparison. Okay, yeah, Saturns are definitely way freakier. So that was 7 space sounds that should terrify you. I don't know if anything was on the level of bloop, though. If you're familiar with bloop. But if you got something else you'd like to see me react to, leave a comment about it, tell me on Twitch, or come tell me on Discord. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Remember, Space Cowboys, it is never, ever, ever goodbye. It is always good later! Until next time, friends. Bye-bye. I learned a new trick. Listen, listen. Mazel tov!